Amanda, Dave was just hot off the trip to the Grand Canyon with his daughter, so we welcome you back here.
Thanks, Billy. I can cross one off the bucket list. Flew out to the Grand Canyon South Rim yesterday. The weather was beautiful. Views are stunning, and I had a close encounter with a bighorn sheep as well. As I was walking along the rim, it almost knocked me into the canyon.
Wow, well, you don't want to fall there. That's a steep fall.
The experience was spectacular, and I'm here back this week to share with you Planning Analytics. And in just a moment, I'm going to show you a demo of that. But before we start, just to highlight some of the points that Bill made, this week we're really announcing Planning Analytics as our new brand, one solution that can be deployed on the cloud or local. And in doing so, we're bringing Workspace, which is our brand new innovative web platform for all roles of user on premises in a continuous delivery fashion. So we're very excited about that. Second, Planning Analytics for Excel is our new Excel environment, and it's the best on the market. It takes the best of Café and Perspectives, and it puts it all in one environment. Where the acronym for this is PAX, and PAX now shares several components and the look and feel of Workspace for a seamless experience as you move between Excel and web. The next great TM1 server feature is hierarchies. This release includes hierarchies for unbounded analytics. Your alternate rollups and attributes now extend the dimensionality of your cubes, providing you with unlimited virtual dimensions for deeper analysis. So what I'd like to do now is I'd like to show you Planning Analytics in a short demo portraying three roles of user. A CFO, who's using Workspace as a dashboard to assess the performance of his business. A financial analyst, using the new Planning Analytics capabilities to prepare a plan that addresses observed issues, and then a line of business planner executing on that plan using Excel. So here we are starting as the CFO. They're in Workspace taking a look at their dashboard. You can see this dashboard has got KPIs, it's got a couple of visuals. The controls that you see on the top left here are controlling this map capability. And the map capability allows the CFO to see geographically oriented KPIs. He can drill into them to see the metrics. Now he's going to move over and take a look at product sales, and he's seeing some up and down performance there, and we want to take a better look at that. Looking at actuals, he sees, whoa, we have a net profit loss. That I want to explore a little bit more. He moves over in his dashboard to another sheet. This sheet gives us some trend and status indicators. He can drill into specific time periods and see actual versus target and see that this story is not getting any better. We need to assign our financial analyst to take a look at this. We see that the high-level strategy map is saying that our corporate goals are on target, but gross revenue is clearly the problem. We have a new feature in Workspace. It's called Chat. Chat allows for contextual conversations relative to the data in this book. So the CFO is going to write a note to Dave, who is our financial analyst, and he's going to let Dave know that he wants him to look into product revenue. Okay, now we're going to switch roles over to Dave. Dave is also using Workspace, except he's calling up a book that's product-centric. Now I want to introduce you to hierarchies. I've talked a lot about hierarchies. You can see here on the panel on the left that we've got 5 dimensions. Those are depicted in green. Now underneath product, I've got several hierarchies. Those are the extensions of my analytics. They're treated as virtual dimensions. And we have attributes of the product. So our products here are cars, and we have the things like the color of the car, the customer target, the engine type. Watch how, in this demo, I drag color over as a virtual dimension. All of a sudden, I'm seeing the analysis of my car sales by color. I can bring a second hierarchy from the same dimension into my view. I'm looking at the intersection of engine type and color, trying to discover if there's anything here that tells me why our car sales are not performing well. Dave takes a look at his chat, and our marketing department has a note out there that says there's some independent research that says that leather interiors are selling very well, and that maybe we should use that as a point to increase the sales of our cars. So here's what Dave is going to do. We talked about hierarchies, and hierarchies can represent attributes. So this attribute can either have pre-existed or I could introduce it on the fly. What it is, it's the interior style attribute of our vehicles. And watch how with just one click, Dave can come in here and say, I want to create a hierarchy that represents interior style. So I'm flipping that attribute, and I'm creating, if you can see now on the left, I've got a blue triangle hierarchy that represents interior style. I can immediately use that in my analysis. So Dave is going to call up a new view. This is our intent search in the top left-hand corner. I can type in a view name, think of a query name. It's going to find that across my entire system, and it's going to bring me up, matches. So I've got, 3 or 4 matches here. I can preview them, and then I can select a view that I want to use. All right, so this view does not have any hierarchies in it, but I'm going to go down to interior style. I'm going to drag. I'm going to drop it right in my columns, and you can see the power of hierarchies. I'm immediately able to analyze my vehicle sales based on leather and cloth interiors. Now I've created a personal scenario. I'm going to go in and increase sales of cars with leather interior by 30%. When you're operating within a personal scenario, the changes you make are highlighted in blue so you can see the effect of them. So Dave has set up a personal scenario. He's now going to switch to sales. He's going to take a look at this graphically. I told you that Workspace is visually stunning. You've got many different charting options. You saw a couple on the first page. We're switching between our sandboxes, and you can see that blue line, which represents leather interiors, grows accordingly to my increased production of cars with leather interiors. I'm going back to my chat feature now. Dave's putting a comment out there that says to the line of business person, hey, why don't you check out my personal scenario that proposes that we increase our production of cars with leather interior. All right. So now we're going to switch into our Excel environment. I talked about how great Planning Analytics for Excel is, or PAX. This is PAX. Looks great. It's got all the functionality of perspectives and Cafe. And we've got shared services with Workspace. So this is one example here. This is the set editor. And the set editor allows you to make selections to drive your analysis. What we do here in Planning Analytics for Excel now is we can pop up that set editor. It's the same experience you would have if you were in Workspace. All right, so my line of business user is going to come in here, and they're going to say, all right, let me sort of see the impact of our financial analyst proposal. And I'm creating 2 quick reports side by side. When you're using Planning Analytics for Excel, you have free-form use of your layout. And I can put data on different quadrants of my workbook. And what I want to do here is I want to compare this personal scenario, and I want to see the net, the variance of that. What's the effect of it? So I've created that 3rd component on the far right. That represents the net between our base and the leather proposal. And I can see I've got a lot of green there. That's exactly what I want. I want to increase my revenue for cars and satisfy that issue that the CFO mentioned. All right. Now, all of our Excel content can be represented in a browser, and I can easily publish this document. I ordinarily would clean this up a little bit. I'd take the grid lines off, maybe put a chart and a banner on it, but just to show you how easy that is that PAX workbook, and I have opened it in a browser, and I've essentially created a web document based on Excel. And I'm looking at that web sheet within Workspace. Another example of the synergy between PAX and Workspace. So let me summarize here with this fantastic release, Planning Analytics Local 2.0. We've got a transformative release. Our existing customers and new customers are going to be able to do tremendous things here that were never before possible with our software. Workspace is now deployed on premises. So we have one solution for cloud and local deployment. PAX provides a comprehensive Excel experience. All of the features that you know from Perspectives, plus Cafe, plus the ability to publish out to the web. Hierarchies extends your analytics, unbounded analytics. You can introduce new data into your analytics on the fly, and much more. For you existing TM1 customers out there, you're going to see a much faster TM1 web experience. your server will start up faster. We've even got a debugger for transparency into your turbo integrator processes.